Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to EVO Champions, yeah! EVO Championship Series 2022 live from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Here, thousands of aficionados have come together to compete in the largest gathering and celebration of fighting games.
And to kick off this celebration, the team is proud to bring in experts and some of the most honored members in the industry to talk about some of your favorite fighting game series.
All right, to start things off for all you Arxis fans out there, we have the past, present, and future of Guilty Gear.
Please welcome to the stage Markman, Giuna, and the Arc System Works development staff.
What's up, everybody? Day one of EVO 2022, we are back. It's really nice to see so many familiar faces and really be here with you guys, the fighting game community. My name is Markman. I will be hosting the Guilty Gear Past, Present, and Future panel. With me, who will be helping translate throughout the day, we have Giuna. Give it up for Giuna. You want to say hi to everyone?
What's up, guys? Daisuke's #1 fanboy here right next to him. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. But yes, I'm going to do my best to translate today. I got Kenneth's backup over there, but I think without any further ado, we can have them introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'm going to have every one of the members of the Arc System Works development team here introduce themselves. But first off, let's welcome Mr. Daisuke Ishiwatari. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Daisuke Ishiwatari. ちょっとここに来るまで会場のこと全然聞いてなかったんですけど、いざ来てみたらこんなに広いところでこんなにたくさんの人に囲まれててちょっと緊張してますけど、よろしくお願いします。
So he said before coming here, he had no idea what the venue was going to be like at all, but actually seeing how big it is and how many people showed up, he's feeling a little bit nervous, but thank you for coming out today.
All right, up next we have Yamanaka-san. Yamanaka-san, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. I'm Takeshi Yamanaka, old producer of Guilty Gear Strive and now branding manager Guilty Gear series. Enjoy EVO together. Thank you in advance.
All right, up next, everybody give it up for Sakamura-san.
Hello everyone. I'm Hidehito Sakamura, the art director of Guilty Gear Strive. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, up next we have Katano-san. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm EVO. I'm Akira Katano, director of Guilty Gear Strive. I'm glad to see you. Thank you.
All right, and all the way at the end we have Ken. Go ahead, introduce yourself, Ken.
Hello. Everyone looks so prepared today. So I'm new Guilty Gear producer. My name is Ken Miyauchi. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, guys, so the Guilty Gear franchise has come a long way and has made a lot of strides, especially with the recent release of Guilty Gear Strive. But before we talk about the future, we have to talk about the past. So I will let you guys take it away. Daisuke?
It's actually me. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the past, but the thing is, I don't want to take away Giuna's work, so I'm gonna start speaking Japanese. Is that fine? You can't hear what I say? I said I don't want to take your work, so I'm gonna start speaking Japanese.
じゃあ日本語で、はい、どうぞ。
はい、改めましてギルティギアプロデューサーの宮地健です。よろしくお願いします。ギルティギアの、過去を話すっていうことで、今日は過去のエグザードの時のキャラクター設定資料でまだ未公開発表したことがない資料をちょっと見ながら、この時どういうことを考えてこんなキャラクターデザインしたよねっていうので、過去の話を、振り返っていきたいなと思ってます。
Okay, so again, kind of like Mark said, before we go to the future, they want to talk about the past. So we're going to be looking at some excerpt art, but some stuff that hasn't been shown publicly yet. So as we look that over, they just kind of want to share some of their thoughts and that went into the design and things like that.
はい、じゃあスライドいきましょうか。
So yeah, so whoa, what the?
これは僕たちがこうやって喋りながらっていう形でいいですか？これ石渡さんの 席にある秘蔵の資料からいろいろ集めて持ってきました。そのうちの一つのイグザードの最初の時の、ファウストの、デザインがですね。
So this is sorry. So this is like you were saying, we can look at some stuff. But for Exert, this was the first initial, design that they had for Faust and Exert back there.
そう一番最初まだこれ落書きのレベルなんですけれども、一番最初はファウストはすごい成長してここまで大きくなりましたよっていう感じのイラストで描いてましたね。
I don't know why he's talking about it. If you notice, see how Soul is there really small, as he said. In this original version of Faust, they made him really big. なんでこんなに大きくなりましたか？
いや特に何もないんですけれども、ここぐらいまで大きくなったら面白いかなと思って描いたっていう。
So I said, why did you make him so big in his initial art? He said, for no reason. I just thought it'd be interesting to make Faust really big in Exert.
このデザインの時は巨大な三輪車に乗って引いてくるっていう技を考えてたっていう頃ですね。
They wanted him to ride on. So they wanted him to ride on like a big three-wheel tricycle. Was one of the original ideas here, but I don't know what these guys are doing.
Next, please.
Next slide, please. Whoa.
これ石渡さんは誰ですか？
これは確かラムレザルのデザインの候補をいくつか書いてる時に出てきたやつ。なんかよく探したねこんなの。
Really? So this was actually one of the original ideas for Ramlethal. So they looked up some original concepts, and this is one of them. Wow.
これは雪だるまか何かをモチーフにしてるんですかね？雪だるま。
雪だるまかなんかをモチーフにしてたな。
Okay, so one of the ideas to come up with her, like as an image, was to make her kind of like a snowman or a snow woman. That's why you see that little design to the right of her.
じゃあ next please.
Next one. Oh wow.
これもラムレザルですかね、石渡さん。
そうですね。これもかなり最初の方に書いたラムレザルのデザインで。まだ一番最初のギルティギア2に出てきたバレンタインのイメージをもっと強く残しているやつですね。
So again, these Ramethals, he's saying, are really like the very, 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 very first kind of designs for them. So these are two other Ramethal early prototypes. And for these, as you see, they kind of have more of that Guilty Gear 2, the Valentine family feel to them compared to the Snowman one from before.
これもそうですかね。これは初期の頃会社の企画書に載っていて、僕たちは結構馴染みの深いデザインなんですが、これもラムレザルの初期の案になります。
これはだいぶ後の方に書いてたデザインで、そうギルティギアの企画書に、載せてたラムレザルのデザインですね。
So this Ramethal was it's another Ramethal, they're all Ramethal, sorry. But this one came a little bit later than the other designs right there. So you see how her style is starting to change a little bit.
坂村さん、これってなんかまた別のキャラクター出てきましたけど、こういうラフをすごいたくさん描いて、そこからこれでいこうっていうのを決めてキャラクターを作っていくっていう感じなんですよね。
そうですね。デザインは結構キャラクターによってはたくさん描きますね。でもポチョムキンはすごい早い段階で決まります。
So he asked, when you're designing a character, coming with like a character design like this, how do you decide? You just draw a lot of different ones and then just pick one? And Daisuke said, yes, it's kind of how we do it. It takes a lot of trial and error. But for some reason, they decided on Potemkin very quickly. They got his design pretty quickly.
で、今スライドの方で表示されているのは、これは分かりますよね。皆さん多分これは分かりますかね。
これレイベンですか？ジャックオーですか？
これジャックオーだね。ジャックオーの最初の頃のイメージで描いてたやつだ。
Yeah, so you know who this is, right? So I thought it was Raven or Jacko, but Daisuke confirmed this is one of Jacko's very, very first, images that they came up with.
大体こう最初の方のデザインはディティールを細かく描くんですけど、ピックスに行くに従ってどんどんいろんなものをなくしていくっ そうやってなんか最終的なものができるって感じです。
So apparently, when they come up with like their first original designs, you see how there's a lot of detail. So first they draw a lot of very specific details and stuff, and then eventually they start to remove that as they figure out which direction to go with the character. So it's very, very complicated for a first try.
Next please. はい。
Oh,
これもジャック王になり
よ
ます。
く見つけてきたね。
Daisuke said, I can't believe you found all these old pictures.
これ髪の色が赤色ですけれども、エグザの時の最初はジャック王髪の色外側が赤色で内側が白、今のなんかストライプっぽいデザインだったっていうことですよね。
ちょっと聞こえないです。
赤ベースなのが今に近づいてる髪の毛とかがこの頃は赤の髪の毛に来てるじゃないですか。
あ、そう、最初の頃は髪の毛が、一番最新のストライブのジャック王と同じように赤かったんですよ。 でもなんかいろいろ設定を考えていくときにだんだんその髪の毛の色が赤いよりも白の方がいいっていう形でイグザードでは白になってますね。
Okay, so when they originally designed Jacko, as you saw in the art up there, she was designed to have red hair, kind of like she does in Strive. But as the production of Exert continued, they decided, maybe it's better to give her white hair. So that's why they made the switch in Exert.
これ何？
What's this? Daisuke doesn't know what this is.
これはあれですね、これもイグザードの後期、レブ2の頃の案だと思うんですが、スレイヤーを若返らせようというネタがありまして、これまだもしかしたら石田さんの中でまだ生きてるネタだったらどうしようとかちょっと思ってるんですが、
そうそうスレイヤーの技の中で日本のやつだと血を吸う宇宙だけど、なんだっけ海外版だと。
ちなみにこのネタ別にボツにした覚えはないですよね。
ボツにしたわけじゃないですよ。
僕もそういう認識です。
スレイヤーのその血を吸う技の中で今まで昔のドット絵の時のやつだと何も敵の体力を吸うだけだったんですけれども、今回はちゃんと若返らせようっていうことでデザインを作ってたんですけど、ちょっとどうしても間に合わなくてできなくて絵だけ残ってるって感じです。
That's very cool. So if you notice, Slayer looks kind of young in that photo there. So they said one of their ideas in Exit was that when Slayer does his bite, where he sucks the blood because he's a vampire, he would actually get younger as time went on, the kind of way vampires work. But unfortunately, due to time constraints, they couldn't put it in the final version.
Yeah, let's go next.
Oh.
じゃあここでギルティギアストライブになっていく。
そうですね、こちらは、ギルティギアストライブの開発が始まった時に、石渡さんから僕らデザイナーに渡された、もう最初の段階で、ほぼ全てのキャラクターのこのぐらいのデザインが石渡さんから降りてきたっていうことです。
Again, as you can tell by this, this was the original, ideas from the development team for the Strive redesigns right there.
これだからファウストのデザインが2個あるのはギリギリまでどっちで行こうか迷ってたっていうやつ。
So apparently, you notice how there's there were two Faust designs there, so they couldn't decide till the very end which one to go with.
で今ちょっとちらっと出ましたが、NEXT please。
次のスライド。
これも回のデザインはいくつかパターンイグザードやそれ以前のもののイメージのものであったり、今のストライブのデザインに近いものであったり、いくつもこちらもデザインを、僕らの方にいただいてますね。
これでも完全にストライブ用のデザインでね、でストライブのデザイン案で、実は真ん中のやつが本当は僕の中で最初フィックスするはずだったんですけれども、どうしても全部のキャラクターを並べた時になんかバランスが悪かったので最終的なデザインに変わったっていう感じですね。
That's interesting. So the second design, the one in the middle right there, that was the one that Daisuke originally wanted to go with, but then when they lined it up with the rest of the cast, it was like it doesn't fit, so they changed the way he looks a little bit.
Let's go next.
Whoa.
これは比較的最近のものにもなるのかな。
いやでも一番奥にあるラフのテスタメントの絵はあれはすごい昔に描いたやつです。でもうまずゲームに登場することが決まる前から次にテスタメントが出てきたらこれだっていうのを僕は書き溜めてたやつです。
So the Testament designs on the right were claimed very long time ago, before Testament was even kind of decided to be added to the game. So they're just kind of saying the very old drawing right here. As you can tell, Testament has changed a lot.
ここまでで、過去の設定資料をちょっと振り返ったんですけども、次はちょっと現在ということで、ギルティギアストライブに関する何かこう我々に質問してほしいっていうのをアークシステムアークス U のツイッターで募集したのをいくつかピックアップしましたので、それをちょっと答えていきたいなと思ってます。
Okay, so we looked at some of the past, right? We checked out some of the old art, but they talked about on Twitter, they asked for questions from the community, so now we're going to look at some of the questions that have been asked. So yeah, we got the question slides, go ahead. There you go. I'll read it in English, why not? So who is your favorite character in the Guilty Gear series?
これ誰が答えるやつですか？
片野さん。
じゃあ片田さんから。
そうですね、好きなキャラクターを一人に絞るのは難しいんだけども、僕が一番思い入れがあるのはポジョムキン。なぜなら僕はアークシステムワークスに入る前はポジョムキンを使ってプレイヤーとしてたくさんプレイしていたので、一番思い入れがあるんです。
So Kazunori-san, he is the director. So he says he likes a lot of characters, but you have to pick one. It's Potemkin. And if you don't know why, if you don't know why, he actually, before joining ArcSys, he was a very, very strong player. He went by Akira, and he has a lot of memories of entering tournaments and doing well with Potemkin there.
いきます。僕はファウストです。作っていて一番奇想天外で、技を考えるのも全てが楽しいキャラクターだからです。
Okay, so his favorite, as you mentioned, is Faust, because being kind of like the art designer here, coming up with ideas for the character and like attacks and everything, his imagination is really, really like fun to use for that character. That's his favorite right there.
私はね、いっぱいいるんですけど、ここ最近だとやっぱり一番いいなと思ったのはやっぱり名残雪を石渡さんから見せてもらった時に、かっこいいと思いましたね。で今はお気に入りです。
すみません、聞こえなかったです。
ここ最近だと名残雪を現在見せてもらってかっこいいな。
Yeah, so recently, yeah, so he likes Nagoriyuki, right? So he thinks Nagoriyuki is very, very cool, right? I mean, he's pretty sick right there.
次ちょっと私からじゃあ。Since actually running out of time, I'm gonna answer straight in English. My actually favorite character is Happy Chaos. But no. I know how you feel about it. But here's the reason. I actually have like a lot of work to do with Happy Chaos when the Guilty Gear Strive was actually releasing like the launch trailer. I worked on that a lot, and I was hearing a lot of like voice from Happy Chaos. Speaking in English, so it was like casted by Robbie Damon. It was really good. I really love his English voice. So here are usually playing Japanese, Guilty Gear Strive in Japanese. Try out Happy Chaos in English voice.
There you go. Happy Chaos. We have one Happy Chaos fan in the room here, I think. But yeah. Good stuff. All right, and now hold on. Everybody wants to hear it. It's your turn.
この質問は結構いろんなところで聞かれるんですけれども、全てのキャラクターが全員僕の心であったりなんかこう考えの一部分を必ず入れているんですね。だからそれのどれがいいっていうのはなくて、どれも大切な自分なんですよ。なんで本当にこれはちょっとみんなが嬉しい答えじゃないかもしれないですけど、僕は全てのキャラクターが好きです。
So he did like a proud parent or a proud father. He says every character that he's designed has a piece of his heart and like his mind and his thought process in them. So unfortunately, he can't pick one. He likes all the characters because they're all a part of him. He said, I know you guys might not be happy with that, but that's his answer, is what he said.
All right, let's go next.
All right, next. Okay, again, so what's the idea development set for stages in Strive? Some seem to be character-based, while others seem to be designed around an environment. Is there a possibility of returning stages from former Guilty Gear titles like the Paris stage?
これ坂村さん答え
これ
られますか？
はそうですね、これはもう石渡さんと共にという形にはなるんですが、ストライブからやはりステージは結構こう繊維エリア移動みたいなものもできていろいろ変わったと思うんですが、ここは石渡さんはどういうことを考えてステージの選定はされてました？
ごめんなさい、あんまり聞こえなくて、このステージ
Daisuke's having problems hearing too. He's asking about, he designed the character, so asking Daisuke for feedback on the stages.
ステージは、やはり今回のストライブの仕様、画面端用の概念を今までと変えるということでサークル状のステージにするっていうのは最初決まってたんですよね。でそれで一番最初はその6面分作るっていうので頑張ってたんですけど、すごい作るのが大変な量になってしまったので、3面分にアベレージを予想していこうっていう話になって、でその3面分で一番映えるレイアウトってどういう景色がどう変わったら面白いかっていうのをすごく一番最初に背景の人と考えるんですよ。でそれでみんなで面白いってなったら、このデザインでフィックスしようっていう感じです。
Alright, this is a long one. Hold on, let's see. So talking about the stages, so for Guilty Gear Strive, because of the wall breaks, they had to design multiple parts of each stage, like in a circle there. So originally they had 6 different areas or something, but I think it was too difficult to make, so they cut it down to 3. So deciding on the stages, they made a bunch of areas and then decided which one looks the best, which one fits this area the best, and that's how they went with it right there. But again, Strive is a bit different from the old games, so it was difficult to make for this one.
例えば一番なんか難しいステージはどうでしたね。
作るのが難しいです。
作る難しいけど。
作るのがこれはでも背景班が答えた方がいい。
僕が見ているステージではやはりホワイトハウスステージ、あそこがすごく新しいエリア遷移のチャレンジもしてますし、かなり作るのは大変でした。
So asked which stage was the most difficult, and he said up until now, everything was difficult, but the White House stage in particular was difficult because they tried a lot of new stuff, as you see it with the wall breaks and the story and everything. But yes, the White House was difficult.
キャラクターの質問もなかった。なんかキャラクターの質問もありませんでしたっけ？質問って背景だけじゃなかった気がするんだけど。
そうですね。質問。
Could you put the question on the stage, please?
ちょっとthe
last one, I guess.
I think you're going to watch the cable back.
Alright, let's do this one. So is there a plan adding any new special moves, overdrives, or universal mechanics to the game at some point in the future?
新しい技とか。
予定に関してはもちろんここでは言えないんですけど、絶対に入れたい。でも言えないってことはいつかやろうと思ってるってことだよね。
ぜひ入れたいとは思っている。もちろんいろんな、スケジュールであったりそういった都合はあるけども、やはり今でも皆さんに遊んでもらっているので、新しい体験っていうものを入れていきたいとはずっと強く思っている。
So Daisuke said he was going to say something, but don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. But it's the fact that you can't say anything means that maybe one day they do want to add it or something. So right now, again, we can't provide any information, but they've gotten so much support from everybody for Guilty Gear. They do want to add some stuff in the future. But when, we don't know. Okay, next one. Is there a plan on adding instant kills to the game?
これは本当はまず入れたかったんですよね。ストライブに最初から入れる予定だったんだ、最初は。
So actually they had plans to add it to Strive.
しかし、
But
イグザードよりもクオリティを上げた一撃必殺技を入れるためのコストが非常に高くて、どうしても、我々が予定している発売スケジュールには間に合わなかった。
So, they had plans to add it to the game, but adding instant kills is very difficult to do from a production standpoint. So, with their release schedule for the game, they felt they couldn't add them to the quality that they wanted at that time.
しかし、皆さんがあれをその昔にあった一撃必殺技をさらに進化したものを見たいっていう気持ちがあることは我々もちゃんと理解しています。
So, but we understand because everybody has been voicing their opinions that they want to see instant kills are a big part of the Guilty Gear scene. So they understand that. They hear you.
だからその気持ちに応えたいとは思っているので、これからも応援よろしくお願いいたします。
And they want to meet your wishes and answer your calls, so please continue to support us, and that's all they're going to say right now. But
We need your support.
なんかさっき1個質問飛ばしちゃったんだけど、ゼクスとかのシリーズの背景、パリステージとかをリメイクするのはどうだっていうのを答えてなかったと思うんだけど。
So there was a question that we kind of skipped, but
about the stage?
yeah, about the stage, but
Can you go back to the stage panel? I think it was 2 questions back, I think. Here you go. これですか？
パリスステージリメイク、
これ僕が答えても大丈夫ですか？
これはでもここにいる人たちは答えられないよね。
欲しいのっていう
はい、ステージに関してはこういった過去のステージっていうのもこの質問いただいて非常にアイディアとしてやってみたいなとは感じています。
なんか古いステージの話ですね。
古いステージなん
Yeah,
です
so the question down there was about like bring back the Paris stage. So it is something that they don't have plans for, but it's a good idea and it's something that they want to do. So the world is all the same, right?
はい、でただその過去のステージをそのままリメイクするのではなくてギルティギアストライブなりの新しいその進化をしたりその場所というのがギルティギアストライブの時代ではどうなってるのかとかっていうアイデアを組み込んで作りたいなとは思います作る場合は。
So the idea he's mentioning about the old stages from the old games is not just remake them for the new Strive world, because you know it is all one big connected world. It's take the old stages and then what's the word, like adapt them, show how those areas have changed to get to the point where they are in Strive is an idea that they want to do. Okay. So I think next one, is that it? Is there any chance we can get a story sequence where Dizzy, what is this? Dizzy and Jacko meet up and chat and maybe Soul 2?
これ石渡さん今のディズニーとジャック・オーンってどうなってるのかって我々はゲームの中で描いてないですけれどもなんかこんな感じになってるんじゃないですかねみたいなのって言えるものあります？
イメージです。大体ほぼ全てのキャラクターが、ストライブになってくると戦う理由みたいなものはどんどん落ち着いてきちゃってはいるんですが、その後どういう未来を送っているかっていうのは文字にこそしてないですけど僕の中にはあります。
So he mentioned about like this kind of story about the characters talking and everything, but if you notice in Strive, the characters aren't really fighting as much. A lot are more calmed down, and it's more about the relationships with everything. So Daisuke says about the characters' relationships and where they're going from here on out. He hasn't written it down anywhere, but it's in his head, it's in his heart. So he has an idea for all the characters now.
Open your brain, please.
His brain, yes, up in his brain.
ちなみにジャック・オーとソルに関しては多分後もう一波乱ある未来を考えています。
He's talking, so I don't know the specific about the story, but he said Jacko and Soul, like after that happened, that he's thinking about another future for those two.
これでもどんどん世界広げていきたいですよね、山中さん。
どんどん世界を広げていく。これ僕が答えた時の。
ギルティギアの世界をなんかいろんな形で広げていきたいですよね。
石渡の頭の中なるべくこじ開けて、ゲームを作ってる会社なんでゲームで出したいんですけど、それ以外にもいろいろギルティギアの世界を広げていく方法ってあると思うので、それをちょっとね私はブランディングマネージャーという立場からはやっていきたいなといつも思ってます。
Yeah, so they say they just want to keep growing and growing, the Guilty Gear world right now. So not just in game, but also outside the game. Yamnaka-san is now the branding manager, so it's his duty too to kind of keep growing and expanding the universe in whatever way they can.
じゃあここまでで現在のギルティギアを話してたんですけども、ここからじゃあ未来のギルティギアストライブどうなっていくのかっていうのをちょっと次のスライドロードマップ見せながら話したいと思います。
Okay, so we covered the past with the old art. We just did the present right now with the Q&A. So now they want to talk about the future. So we have a slide prepared, I believe. There you go. So I think Ken is going to handle this.
So yeah, I'm gonna speak about this one in English. So here's the Guilty Gear Strive upcoming schedule. It's tentative, so everyone, please forgive us if we couldn't meet, some reschedule. But we'll communicate with you, FGC, to make sure that what's upcoming in the future. So one thing that's coming in summer, obviously, we'll have new character releasing. I don't know when is it releasing or reveal, but yeah, pretty much. And at the same time with the release of the new character, we'll have additional color and also some other updates. We'll schedule to do the reusing input delay on PlayStation 5. So you don't need to play on PlayStation 4 version of PlayStation 5 anymore. Right? どうですかね、加藤さん。いや、クロスプレイじゃなくて、インプット入力遅延、どれぐらい軽減されるのか。
プレイステーション5の入力遅延がプレイステーション4プロと同じぐらいになるはずです。
PlayStation 5 got 4 Pro?
Yes.
So their plan is to have the PlayStation 5 input lag become equal to the PS4 Pro.
And we also have plan update for Steam version. A lot of people have been discussing about this one. We tried to reduce the connection time for the initial server connection. 何パーセントぐらいですかね、これ。何パーセントぐらいその最初のサーバーコミュニケーション。
昔プレイステーション版の起動速度をアップデートして、大体 30% ぐらい早くしたんだけども、今回のアップデートで Steam 版も、30% から 40% ぐらいに、起動時間を短くできるはずですと。
So down 30%?
Yes.
So they're going to increase the speed on the loading times. They're going to try and get it down 30-40%. So that's one of the big changes they're doing.
Yeah, we'll continue working on it. So thank you for your patience. And what's coming next is the fall. We're happy to announce the cross-play beta test that's coming at mid-September on PlayStation 4, 5, and Steam. And for more information about this crossplay, how you can access to it, we'll reveal it in later announcement, like on website. So please keep your eyes watch on it. And after the crossplay beta, if all the beta goes well, then we'll try to immediately input that into the game. So the crossplay beta update, we are currently planning to implement that on fall 2022. And after that, we also have the 7th character releasing during fall. We don't have any information. We don't have any review information about it. So yeah, please be patient with this. And the battle pass patch, the next one is coming on winter. And then the rest of the schedule is still tentative, but the new characters and new colors and new stage, those are coming in 2023.
Really?
All right. So unfortunately, we are running out of time here on our stage, but I do want to ask Mr. Ishiwatari if he has a message to the Guilty Gear fans as we close out and go into the rest of EVO.
最後のメッセージとか。
なんか意外に時間があっという間に経ってしまいましたね。なんかこう緊張してる間にあまり面白い話ができないまま終わってしまうのが残念なんですけれども、今日は皆さんに会えてとても嬉しかったです。ありがとうございました。
He said time passed very, very fast, and he was very, very nervous, so he's sorry. He feels like he couldn't have given you guys a really interesting story or anything, but he's very thankful that you came out. So thank you for your time, everybody.
All right, guys, give it up to the Guilty Gear team. We're going to be ending the panel. We'll be back with more EVO action. Make sure you guys join us for the finals on Sunday as well as they close out the show. But again, thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in a bit.